I need caffeine.
If you find coffee
No,
or
coffee
take
I
a
don't
break.
want, but I want like Coke, like something cold.
Oh, I
So
saw.
she's, right, no, but she said there's a machine or something that they're gonna teach me to.
Oh, good.
I guess here you can only pay by card or, I'm like, I don't care, but she's gonna take it somewhere. Was this good today with the bike?
Bless you.
I would have to watch. I couldn't keep up. Yeah, it is.
Kibbutz Yitzhak, everyone.
I'm gonna recheck with the אם הם רוצים ככה לעשות תמונות עם הילדים זה גם
Bless you.
כן, yeah. We'll do that.
Okay.
And you're also being vlogged right now.
Is that okay?
He's doing his
Is it okay?
Sure.
Okay.
Am I gonna be famous?
Yes.
Oh, all right. You're like an influencer or something like
Yeah,
that?
big time.
I
You've not heard of me
Yet.
yet.
Okay, so this is our kibbutz, the dining room.
wait a second. Let's just like open this in a hour. כאילו,
רגע, כמה זמן יש לנו?
עד
Around 10:30?
מתי שאת רוצה שנתחיל עם הילדים?
רגע,
We're interrupting the traffic. רוצה להתחיל ב10:30 אפשר?
okay, but you know what? רגע, let's go to the shop first. Maybe if you want to drink, get something to drink, and then בינתיים נדבר עם אסנת, and then we'll see.
אז אני אעשה להם פתיחה רגע שלי, ואז תדברי עם אסנת. סבבה? טוב. Can we stand in the shade for a sec for the good, this is all of us. Hi, good morning, buenos dias. Welcome to the south. Welcome to Kibbutz Nir Yitzhak. Sorry. Many Nir something. Kibbutz Nir Yitzhak. My name is Ravit. I'm from an NGO called Yahel. It's a non-profit organization that is trying to connect between volunteers from outside of Israel with partners that we have all around the country that do community work in any aspect. It could be food packaging, it could be working with kids, it could be in kibbutzim, in cities, in different organizations around the country. It could be with elderly, it could be with restoring buildings for families who are like in low income status. Different types of activities and volunteering. And our goal is to do it in a way that is not only I come, I volunteer, I go, that's it. We hope to do it in a way that connects the volunteers with the community, that lets you get to know them, that lets them get to know you a bit. To have it in like a bit more of a service learning kind of thing. I come, I do a service, but I also learn something about myself, or the place that I go volunteering, learn something about itself, or about myself, or about that connection that we have either with Jews abroad and like the people who kind of sense, or even like in the broader concept of tikkun olam, to how to fix the world in our own hands, like doing little by little. So we do it in different ways. We do it in programs like you guys that come for a few hours. We have longer programs for a whole day, or for a whole week, or for like 6 weeks, or even 9 months. We have like a fellowship program for social איך אומרים, מעורבות חברתית, like social interaction, social change. And we do it with people from the age of 22 to 32 who come from all around the world. We even had one from Venezuela, I think, one year. So we've been doing that program for more than 15 years here in the country. The volunteers come and live here for 9 months and volunteer 40 hours a week. So if you're in any way you're interested, I'm gonna give you some information at the end of the day. But basically we try to connect, and our goal today here in the south is to do that as well. I didn't say it, but I'm from Malitan Moshav originally, not very far from here. It's called Tidhar. Moshav is like a tiny village of like 60 families. So it's very, bless you, salud. The South has been my life since I can remember. And on October 7th, I was sitting in my house with my family, my extended family, because it was a holiday. And we were waiting for the terrorists to come, you know. And gladly they were stopped at Ofakim, they were stopped at the Netivot, and they didn't come my way because I'm right in the middle of Ofakim and Netivot. So Ofakim had impact, Netivot didn't. They stopped the terrorists before they could enter the city. And then those kibbutzim, such as we are in today, near Yitzhak, is one of the closest kibbutzim to the Gaza area, Gaza Strip. And Hila is going to tell you a bit more when she talks, and she's going to talk about around the kibbutz a bit. But it's one of the kibbutzim that was impacted, that got, how do you say it? Were affected, thank you, on that day. And then months after and years after, we're still, let's say, licking the wounds, or we're trying to mend something. And I hope that today you will help us and help the kibbutz to feel like you care. So this is the main goal, and we're gonna transition to Hila. We're gonna introduce yourself and then say
Okay.
about.
אז רגע, you want us to make a tour, או שאת רוצה שנתחיל ואחר כך...
נראה לי נעשה סיבוב קצר. כי אחר...
אבל זה בכניסה של הקיבוץ.
מה? יש שם משהו, כאילו לא, אז לא חייב, לא חייב.
טוב, אז אוקיי, guys, welcome to my kibbutz, kibbutz ner Yitzhak. My name is Hila Berlichevsky. I've been living in this kibbutz for the past 22 years, and ever since I met my amazing husband in the biggest, largest matchmaking office in Israel, which is the army. And ever since, we raising together 3 kids.
You're gonna meet them today.
You're gonna meet them. I wouldn't say who they are, so they won't tell me, your kids are not online. אבל, yeah, you're gonna meet them. And I want to tell you a little bit about October 7th, what happened here before we can go to see the kids, to meet the kids. So, as Ravit told you, the reality of us was living under rocket attack like for the past 20 years. Okay, we were living like that. We had 15 seconds to run to the shelter. Think about, you see me walking with my bike, like riding on the bike. Think about 15 seconds that you have. This is why we have so many shelters that you see. I mean, you can see that we have every 102 meters shelter. It's not for the appearance of it, even though it looks amazing.
This one is painted, so it sticks out, but the other ones are not painted. Like that one over there next to the tree, that's also a shelter. Okay, like the big cube.
Yes.
That's also a shelter.
Yeah.
This one is painted,
So we had to have shelters like in each and every 100, 200 meters.
And the kids know to run.
And the kids know, I mean, there's like I tried to translate it to you in English, but there's a song, the kids, like a rhythm, like a baby rhythm that the kids chant. Like, I don't know, let's say for example, you have the, I don't know, nursery kids. Yes, like nursery songs for kids. Rhymes. So we have like, red alert, let's get hurry to the shelter. My heart is pounding, my body is shaking, but I am strong and I am happy. It's like a translate. I'm trying to translate it.
Sing it.
בואו נמהר, לממ"ד נרוץ מהר, הלב שלי רועד בום 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 בום, הלב שלי פועם בום 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 בום, הגוף שלי רועד boom, 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 boom. אני חזק, אני אמיץ, something like that. And this is a song that my kids, I have a 12-year-old son. He used to sing it like when he was 3-year-old. And their pretended play in those kindergartens was one kid shout and scream Tseva Adom, which is like red alert, like the sound of the alert, and all the other kids have to run and hide.
Because just for clear, here in the Otef area, like closest to the border, the sound is not a siren that goes up and down. It's a Tseva Adom. Tseva Adom. That's the sound that you hear when it's.
What is that? I'm sorry to interrupt. What's that noise?
The army taking care of us during Gaza. Gaza.
That's in Gaza you
This
hear.
is what you can hear during
That's
the
Gaza.
day.
Oh.
And at night it even gets worse.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes. I mean, if you would come to my house, you can see that all of my walls are like broken, cracked because of the sound, the vibration of the sound. So on October 7th morning, it was. You probably heard a lot of stories, but this is what I told Ravit, that each and every person has its own October 7th story because it affected everyone like differently. And in my kibbutz, we have a security team of 15 people. I would say that 9 out of the 13 people that were on the same day were dead. Were killed during October 7th. And when you volunteer now with kids, you will see kids that you would see 6 kids that their dad was killed on October 7th. You would see kids that their both uncles were killed on October 7th, which is like insane. You would see kids that were on a funeral of their friends' fathers, like when they're 10 years old. It's unreal. And so on October 7th day, the first person that ran to the gate was Oren Goldin. He saw that our factory at the entrance of the kibbutz was burning, and he thought that like a rocket fell on the factory. So he ran to see if there's anyone to save, to someone that locked there. And while he's running, he got shot. He was the first person that got killed. He left his house at the entrance of the kibbutz. He left his wife with his 2 little twins. There were 2 by the time, and the terrorists just ran to the same place he was, and they started to attack the house. They throw grenades to the house. They ripped everything. I mean, they ripped the wall. They tried to open the safe room with hammers and axes and everything they had. And his brave wife held the door for 12 hours and saved his 2 little twins. You're gonna meet them probably on. If they're probably going to be on a tour on a tour, like walking, and I can show you them. And when he got killed, we had Tal Chaimi and Lior Odayev that heard on the radio that he's not responding. So they rushed to the entrance of the kibbutz to see what happened, and they saw 2 of them dealing more than 60 terrorists. 60 armed terrorists against 2 people. And I want to give you like an idea about our security team. It's people like you, okay? Like you, and like you. Not like 20 years old that are fit, that are like doing push-ups every day. Dads, and even grandparents. And so they are not able to run fast or to. There's been a long time
Since they've been
been in the army. Okay, like I'll put it.
or
like,
even been in the reserve army. Yeah.
yes. So and you're not used to it because every time, I mean, the security team, they know that they have 20 seconds to hold the gate until the army will come. Okay, but I don't need to tell you that the army didn't come. And so Tal Haimi got shot. Lior Wodayev, which is like he's a medic. He used to be our medic of the kibbutz. He was volunteering in Mada, driving the ambulance, and he rushed to him. And he was 60 years old. Okay, he tried to grab him and to evacuate him to a safe place. By doing that, he got shot by himself. Their both bodies were kidnapped to Gaza. We didn't know at first that they were bodies, and we just knew that they kidnapped to Gaza. After, of course, not at the same moment. And 4 other security teams members that were rushed to see what happened got killed, one by another, at different points in the kibbutz. But I wanna give you this idea that the terrorists knew exactly. That the terrorists knew exactly where they're going. They knew exactly where the houses of the security team members. They knew exactly where the head of the security team member was. They went directly to his house. His house is not on the way. They went directly to his house and bombed it like as hard as they can. For our luck, we didn't have none of the houses here were burned. Only cars and shades, and they trying to burn also the cow shed, but they didn't make it. And they just opened the gates and let the cow go free. I don't know. I don't think it's because of humanitarian reasons. Forgive me if I'm wrong. So they went directly straight to our head of the kibbutz, the secretary of the kibbutz. They know exactly where she lived, okay, where she lives, and they marked like a big red cross on her house, and saying something like a dead bitch or something like that, like in Arabic. They knew exactly what they're doing and where they're going. And so after a fight of 4 hours, more than half of our security team members were killed. The other half that were trying to protect us went back to their homes to protect their family, because they understood that it's like David and Goliath, you can handle 60, 100 terrorists when you just have your rifle, like your long rifle, not even like nothing. And at the same time, I was with my husband and my family, my 3 little kids. At the time, they were 5-year-old, a 7-year-old, and a 9-year-old. And we were at the shelter for 14 long hours waiting to be saved. The terrorists came to my house. They tried to open the door, but someone called them in Arabic, and they continued walking. I mean, we were lucky. And during that time, I always feel hard to say it. Well, people were burning in their houses, but we didn't have anything to drink and to eat for 14 hours. And my little son fainted in the safe room, and I told that before, but the only thing I could give him to drink was his own pee, his urine, because he didn't have anything. I mean, think about the situation is that you know that you're locked in your house, and you can't do anything. I mean, you see, here are not houses, but those are the houses, okay? Think about, let's say, for example, this is my house, for example, and my husband's parents live in that house, okay? This is like the ratio. The terrorists went into my husband's house. For 4 hours, they've been trying to open the door, shoot at the door, bomb the door, and they couldn't open it. They had their rifles were jammed on this occasion. But think about that we're like, we can walk to their house and save them, but we can't. So I remember that period of time like as the most hardest time because we were sure that my little kids' grandparents are gonna be dead. We never even thought about the kidnapping thing, you know? We never even thought about that. We had a family that was kidnapped, Clara Merman, her boyfriend and her sister and her husband and their daughter. 5 members of our kibbutz family were kidnapped alive, and Tal, Chaimi, and Lior Rodayev, their bodies returned on the last day of the releasing of the hostages. And Tal Chaimi and Oren Golding, the one that was killed at the beginning, they were I don't know, they're relatives. It means that my kid's friend, his name is Asaf, his uncle Oren Golding was dead, and his uncle Tal Chaimi was dead. Think about that Tal's sister married to Oren's brother, so those kids doesn't have uncles anymore. And I think this is like the main idea of what happened here. It was after that, of course, we were evacuated to Eilat, and it's been like a never endless shiva. You know, each and every moment, not even a day, each and every moment you heard about someone else that got killed, that kidnapped, and because we're such a small community,
This is not shooting, guys. This is not.
Hammering.
No, they're
doing something.
they're
Building something.
If you're not running, we're not running.
And so let's get going. If you have any
Wait,
questions,
כן, רגע.
no.
It's 10 a.m. You're here in this beautiful kibbutz, and you're hearing horrible stories from Mila. And we make it seem like it's like the most usual thing to do, like start your day with these kind of horror stories. But this is, as Hila said, this is reality, you know. And for these kids, it's the reality, and you're gonna see them in a bit. They're gonna look like normal kids. They're gonna run. They're gonna scream. They're gonna wanna do everything, or they're gonna not wanna do anything, such as kids do. But our goal is to try to make them feel like we care and that we came for them, you know. You don't have to ask them anything. You can have them ask you, maybe in Hebrew, maybe in sign language, like doing sign, you know, or you can ask them what's your name, or what did they like to do in school. You don't have to get into the family things. But you know, like just being kids, like get in touch with your inner child and try to to think about that. And then like this kibbutz looks normal now. It looks like it. We just have to work to make the hearts feel the same, you know. And so we're gonna walk there.
Sure.
Okay. So we're gonna walk to the little מרכזון. אפשר אחרי זה, כי זה לא קריטי.
Yeah. Okay, so we will go.
Can I ask first?
Sure.
Thank you for sharing your story.
Of course.
When you were in for 14 hours, were you able to communicate on cell phones or anything?
So we didn't have reception for a lot of time. We didn't have electricity for a lot of time.
Yeah.
And we didn't know what happened to the other communities. I want to tell you something. I have a friend from Tzelim, which is another kibbutz that that wasn't affected, and I have a friend from Be'eri. We have a WhatsApp group together, and my friend from Be'eri, she wrote us, you don't get it. We have tourists in my kibbutz, and I wrote, listen, Reuma, I think we have also. I'm not sure. And she said, no, I think we do have. Now, when I say we have tourists in the kibbutz, we thought maybe 2, 3, 5 top. I mean, not like 2,000 when they have in Be'eri, or like 200 what we had in Yitzhak. and she said, and she wrote to me, and we just write to her, is everything okay? Maybe you're gonna find yourself a new husband because she was divorced. I heard them, they look much better than the Israelis, something like that, you know, in fun, and you know, making fun. And she wrote me back, okay, I'll let you post it. I don't know what's going on, because her kids were with her divorce with her husband, okay, in their house. And by the end of the day, we will discover that her boy, he was 16 years old. He was shot to death in the safe room, and her daughter, she was 12 years and a half, just like my son, was kidnapped alone to Gaza. And her daughter was there for 50 days alone by herself, and she has only 2
Which
kids.
family?
ראומה
רוסית, ז'רנצקי, טרשנסקי.
Tarshensky, something like that.
And
It's
what
really
happened
hard.
to the husband, to the dad?
So it's like a difficult story, because they jumped out of the window of the safe room, and his son couldn't jump because he was asthmatic, and because they burned the house and he couldn't function. So his dad just jumped and he said, I'm gonna call for help. But by the time that he came back, he couldn't come back, you know. I mean, it was like terrorists all over. I mean, I can't blame him, you know.
Yeah.
And so he was
he
like,
did what he thought.
Dad. And he jumped out of the window and ran and hid in the bushes, and his daughter was being kidnapped like 2 seconds after. And when he was interviewed, what happened to Gali? I don't know, I can't remember. I don't know, I can't remember. I mean, for about maybe a week, they didn't know even what happened to her. They thought maybe she was
They even
dead.
didn't know.
And what happened
she was
to
kidnapped.
the mother?
No.
And to the mother, what happened? She
She was safe. I mean, they were in different homes. Be'eri, it's like it's the largest kibbutz in the area. I mean,
One of the
yeah. So
richest also.
one can live here and one can live on the other side of the kibbutz. So it's like a big. It's also, I mean, they wanted to affect Be'eri because they
Was a
knew
symbol.
exactly
Was a symbol.
to hurt like the richest
Also
kibbutz, the largest
Gaza
kibbutz,
was
and
there, like, yeah.
so.
You're probably gonna have a lot of questions, and there's not, as you said, there's thousands of stories of October 7th, and then after, you know, it's an ongoing war. But we're gonna walk to the Merkazon.
So you're gonna meet kids from ages from 1st grade
Yeah.
till 6th grade, okay? And they're divided into 3 groups: 1st and 2nd, 3rd and 4th, and 5th and 6th. Now, 5th and 6th are the most troublemakers there. I mean, it's like
They
I don't
have
wanna do that.
character, you know. They have character. They know what to do. They know what they want to do. They know also what they don't like to do or don't want to do. So we'll see how the atmosphere, like what's the atmosphere. Okay, so maybe they would want to do what we prepare, and maybe they don't. So if they want to do that, great. If not, we can think about something
Yeah, I
else, or
think
we
that-
can leave them be.
I think that they prepared that they thought of making a challah with you because it's Friday and
Tomorrow is Friday. Yeah.
Tomorrow is Friday. Yeah. So let's get going. I just grab my bike. And like that.
Hila is very sporty. She
גם
runs.
משחקת טניס? או לא?
She bike. Huh?
She's very sporty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I come from my husband is a Paralympic athlete. He plays tennis wheelchair. He's now actually, while we're speaking, in Milano, in Italy,
Voila.
having so much fun. He's in a tournament right now. Cross fingers to him. And and yeah, everyone come and hear about my husband because it's really like a great story. So after
Bardichevsky?
yes, Beldy. So after October 7th, we were evacuated to Eilat, as I told you, and that year it was the Olympic year. Okay, so my husband, he was preparing for the Olympic Games on August, which had to happen, but because טוב, כן, סבבה. But because of the anti-Semitism, he couldn't participate in any of the tournaments in Europe. Not in Croatia, not in Greece, not in France, not in Italy. So he lost a lot of points, and he needed to be qualified for the Olympic Games. Okay, so what happened is that the Olympic community in Israel, and with the amazing grade of the Jewish community in Houston, Texas, they adopted us, and we went and we spent a year and a half in Houston, Texas, and while Adam was practicing there in tournaments, and he was able to qualify for the Olympic Games, and he participated over there in Paris, on the Olympic Games in Paris, and with a delegation of 30 kids from our kibbutz, we went there and cheered him up, and so he was qualified for the first round. I mean, he won the first match, but it was amazing. I mean, you can see the videos of him, but the second match was on the same day that we were announced about the 6 hostages that were killed on the tunnels, that were shot to death. And one of them, Carmel Gat from Be'eri, she was in his grade, but even more on top of this, she was his girlfriend during the last year of school. So he couldn't function. He couldn't even hold the bat, and he was just, hitting and crying. So of course he didn't win this match, but it was an amazing experience, and we are proud of him.
What sport?
Wheelchair tennis.
And was he
Over there.
in a wheelchair since many years ago?
So that's another story. After the army, we went to this trip. Like all the kids that finished the army do this amazing trip. We were in Australia and New Zealand for 10 months, 11 months, and our last month was in Thailand, and we were on a boat. The skies were like this, blue and happy, no sun, no clouds. Adam, I mean, he has like this, I don't know. He can look through the sky and tell you it's gonna be raining in 2 minutes. And after, he said to me, "Okay, listen, it's gonna be a monsoon in 10 minutes." And I'm like, "No, there's no way. There's no way. Look at the sky, please." And he just went to each and every one on the boat and asking them to put their life jacket. There were 60 people there, and after 10 minutes, the waves started to be like on the like this side, the largest, high at this top, and the boat sank just like in Titanic. And I was panic and freeze, and he's like, jump, and I couldn't do anything, and he pushed me, and while pushing me, he stuck to the engine. To the engine of the boat. Engine. To the boat, and his leg was cut. So he's an amputee below knee, like he's a half amputee. And so he's been playing tennis, wheelchair tennis.
How did you rescue?
He pushed me.
No, but to rescue all the people on there.
That's another story. They didn't want to save us.
Oh my God.
Yes. It was like.
And he was injured.
He was injured. It was terrible story. And yes, so he's been playing tennis for the past 13 years. He was Israel 6 times. He was number 1.
First, yeah.
First place in Israel.
Yes, yeah.
And yes, and he
She's
is.
playing tennis. That's what she does. She's also in competition.
ATF, and I've seen ATF as the
Ah,
wheelchair because
Yes.
sometimes they're in the same like
נכון, נכון.
The same year they do the same venue. And I
נכון.
saw one and I was so amazed.
This is my precious little girl. Say hi to everyone.
hi.
Shalom.
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 להתראות. She's after it.
אני, לא, אני מלווה את רומה ואיליה.
Nice. באמת?
יש אחרי התמונה.
אומייגאד.
כאילו, אני עובד בכובע השני שלי, אני ביטוח לאומי.
די.
כן.
אוי, זה סוף חדש.
צילמתי אותה. כן. אמרתי, מתחילה לספר, אמרתי, טוב, נראה לי שלי, אמרה ראומה, אמרתי, כן. לא, בגלל זה אחרי זה אנחנו קוראים לתמר לוויתן, ונחל עוז, שגם אותנו בגלל.
קיטקוש, את יכולה ללכת לקרוא לילדים שלנו, טליושקה? טליושקה? ללכת להגיד, אוקיי. Yes, sure. How much English do you speak? Okay, that's a good question. How much English do they know? So I want to warn you, the level of English in the school and the education system in Israel are very, very low.
Even in a normal decade, you know, in this decade specifically, we had COVID and we have war. Okay, so even in a normal decade, it's not the
Yes,
highest.
it's
not
like.
I'll compare it to teaching French in America.
No,
They don't learn
not
anything.
even that. I mean, the top is like dog, house, cat, eye, water. I mean, those are the 5 words that they know.
But the last group that we had here, like a month ago, even less, did good, did okay. כאילו, they did okay. They even played like English games, or they told them, okay, what start with the letter A, and they came up with things. Okay, so they did okay. Just you have to try, okay? And if not, try to challenge your inner Hebrew. And if not, then just sign language, you know, like to
Exactly.
point out something or ask another kid. Some of the kids here know English. Like
of
some of them,
them.
like the parent or the, you know.
Yeah, no,
But you'll manage. I trust
Exactly.
you.
So
okay?
don't talk to them about climate changes.
Yeah.
Because something like,
Can we use? Do you think is it appropriate to use like an app? to
Can-
translate?
Sure, sure.
Ma?
I just think we'll be around also. And like you see, שכחתי איך קוראים לה. טליה. Like Talia is like one of their guides. Okay. So you'll be okay. בסדר, come this way.